Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Mr. Leaks, and we're definitely back again for another reaction on this here BrBpTV. Be real, be positive television, brothers and sisters. And of course, you heard about the incident, and we are continuing yet again to another reaction vibrations on this here channel right there. Now guys, let me know if you want me to continue doing my reactions on this here channel and then turning the other channel into something else. Maybe, I don't know, I just feel in the inspiration that I should continue doing the reactions and do a number of other stuff on this here BrBpTV. Of course, this was one of the original channels right there. Well, I've had previous channels before this one, but you know, this is one of the originals when BrBpTV actually came into the world, so to speak. And of course, you know, Mist Productions came afterwards, and then a number of others came afterwards, Ariel, Dominica, and so forth and so forth. So let me know if I should continue doing the reactions on this thing, on this channel, guys. And of course, I will still be doing reactions on the other channel, but I think I want to sway it a bit. I just feel the inspiration to do that, brothers and sisters, if I don't get another strike on that channel, which of course then I'll have to take it down right there. But of course, let's keep the hope alive, brothers and sisters. And of course, in this reaction, we're gonna get into the vibrations, guys. In this reaction, I realized that some things that are going to be stated or shown in this reaction is gonna be a bit disturbing. Of course, I'm gonna be blurring out some other things right there, but I'm gonna tell you guys, I had to start off with this powerful thing right there, this scenario of this parrot taking a coconut in the tree. And of course, sometimes we have to use cutlass to cut the coconut, but no, the parrot is smart enough to realize, hey, I need to take one that can easily be poked, and it pokes the coconut and drinks the water from it. How does the parrot know how to do this? Except the creator putting the ingeniousness within that parrot so that it can do such a thing to stay alive. It is thirsty, and it doesn't want the river water. It wants the electrolytes, the electrolytes from the coconut water right there. Very smart indeed. Some of us have to use cutlass. Some of us can't even use cutlass, but the parrot cuts a coconut better than some of us. But that is always a good thing right there. And the reason why I'm showing this, guys, because I think it's a wonderful thing whereby if the parrots can adapt to the environment and be able to do certain things that will not just make them survive, but replenish their thirst in that regard. Why can't humans do the same thing? Why do we always have to constantly be in the same set of predicament that we are in? Even though we are seeing that there's a need for change, we tend to go all the way back to just stay in the same position that we have been for a long time. I don't get it. Can you guys help me out? Because I would really like to know, why are humans, seeing that there's a need for progress, refuse their own progression just so that they can have their tribe in leadership? I never understood this. Anyways, guys, I just thought I'd point this out right there. I think this is a wonderful thing. But I must make mention, guys, the rest of this reaction video is going to go downhill from here. Okay? So I just have to warn you guys in that regard. Of course, there were some individuals who were missing or who went missing as a result of this. I think this was sent to me over the weekend. And of course, these two individuals are missing right there, brothers and sisters. And you will understand why in a moment. They're from Matnik, but take a listen to this.
And okay, for that picture I sent, I was only asked to share it. They live in Martinique. The young lady is 14 to 15 years. She left. She went missing 2-3 days back. Apparently, she's with the boyfriend. The boyfriend has roots in Dominica, so they're asking to share the pictures. They don't know for certain if he's there in Dominica, but seeing that he have roots there, they're asking to share. It's also on the news in Martinique, so yeah, I'm just passing the message.
So yet another set of individuals. I think this is the third one or the second one. I'm not sure. I think another person was missing. Maybe that's from a different Caribbean island. But in this one, no, this one is Dominica. I actually mentioned it. The individual in the Born region, he went missing. The 80-year-old individual. And of course, in Martinique, we have this young lady who apparently is with this guy, and this guy apparently we are being told has some roots in Dominica. They maybe decided to run away, you know, concerning the previous French girl who went missing in Dominica. Well, nothing has been heard ever since. This individuals apparently went missing. I'm not sure if they have gotten them yet. but from my knowledge so far, this is the information that I'm getting. And if you guys see these individuals, this one right there in Dominica, because this individual we are told has roots in Dominica, so just in case you see him around, as well as this girl, that's probably his girlfriend, maybe, I'm not sure. But these two individuals have gone missing from Martinique. So if you see them in Dominica, then you contact this number right there. If you see these two individuals in Dominica, please contact this very number that you're seeing right there. Okay, so I just had to point this out right there. Now guys, I actually mentioned this individual in the last reaction video I did. He was one of the individuals who left Dominica and went to United States to study. Unfortunately, he passed away as a result of a motorcycle incident. From my understanding, he actually went up with his bike and did not make it back as a result of I think there was a collision between the bike and the truck, and of course he ended up losing his life as a result of that. So sympathies goes out to the friends and family of this guy yet again. I must show this thing right there. This is when he was graduating. Kerwin Antoine. They say Kerwin Antoine is Kerwan.
Kerwin Antoine, cum laude.
So this is him right there. I think this is him and his family, a family member of his. It's very sad, guys. You left Dominica to try your best to see how you can make it in this life, and you find the opportunity even doing very, very well. He actually used to participate in certain competitions and won these competitions as well. This is one of his competitions that he won right there. So, you know, he was a bright mind who left Dominica looking for better, because as a result of Dominica not doing, you know, Dominica is in its limited state. He left for betterment and ended up doing marvelous things. Another bright mind gone. He enjoyed bikes, you know, riding bikes, but you know, sometimes the thing that you enjoy kind of reminds me of Jeff Cohen. He loved the animals, and it was a very animal that took his life right there. He loved bikes, and you know, different situations tend to happen, brothers and sisters. I'm sure he had his full gear, because in the United States you have to wear your gears, and he still ended up, you know, losing his life. Just like I remember a friend of mine, McNeil, he also had his gears on, and he ended up in an accident where his ribs was punctured. I think his ribs punctured his lungs, and you know, he lost his life right there. So sympathies goes out to them. This is the SDA church I think he used to go to.
But thank you that Jesus has made a way for us so that we can spend eternity with you.
And imagine, Yeshua make a way for mankind to spend eternity with him when he has passed on this life, and mankind will still reject him even though it's free.
That we all can be partakers of that better home, that wonderful new heaven and the new earth.
That is those that do reject Yeshua. If you reject him, how can you be a participant, my friends?
Lord, you know that we are immersed in mourning. We are immersed in sorrow right now as a church. We just want to lift up the Antoine's family and the family of the nephew that they lost, everyone.
Go on.
We just want to pray this morning as a church. Be close to them at this special time.
How do you deal with a situation like that? Knowing that your son, your brother, your nephew left Dominica to go and find betterment for himself, and did in fact succeed. He succeeded. Only just a few months down the road, he never knew that the moment he took this bike and went out, he was never going to come back. That was it. This is why I always tell people, prepare, have fun. Have fun on this earth. God made this earth for us to have fun, not just basking in misery and just doing work. And no, brothers and sisters, you have to have fun in this life. But remember the Creator, because when you live this life, you're bound to meet him. Not might, you know, it doesn't might in that. You are bound to meet him. So if you rejected him, nobody can come, no priest can come and pray and send you purgatory or wherever they want to send you, no, brothers and sisters. None of that happening. Or you don't have to believe me, you know. But when you reach there, you'll find out. This is what I'm telling each and every one of you guys. There are thousands of individuals that tend to watch my videos to listen carefully. Without, Selassie said that very same thing. A man without Christ is like a ship without a rudder. So man want to believe all kind of strange philosophies, but you will find you will find it. You will okay. I like to warn people here. I warn people about what is on earth and what taking place on earth. People doesn't listen to me. Well, after earth, okay, all right.
Them to feel your awesome presence. Lord, we know that in your presence, every darkness loses its power, every pain loses its bitterness. We know that in you, death has no power, it loses its power. So that is our humble prayer. Please comfort them, grant them the strength to go through this trying hour. And so, Lord, we want to pray a special way. There may be others other people who are connected to this very young man we lost. We plead that you hold them up with your righteous right hand. Thank you, Father, because you will show yourself strong on behalf of those, on behalf of your children.
Like I stated before, sympathies goes out to the friends and family of this individual. I actually knew him. I didn't know him, but I actually knew him, you know, riding bikes and everything like that, seeing him in different places. I think I even met him in New York one time, and you know, a pretty cool guy, chill guy. You know, I met him, but of course, he's some of the Mr. Leaks family are related to him, and as a result of that, from Mr. Leaks, Mr. Leaks, and the entire Mr. Leaks family from across the world, I greet you guys. Sympathies, man, sympathies. He made it. He made it. Just a few months later, he did well in school, graduated with honors or whatever he did. He graduated with. You know, he was winning competitions. He got a really great job. We'll see about that in a moment, brothers and sisters. But I must make mention that there's gonna be a celebration of life for him right there. This one will be in the United States, and of course, those of you guys who watch my videos who are part of the click right there, you can definitely see this right there, guys. This is where it's going to take place, at the Catholic Church, at this address. Of course, it'll be live streamed on YouTube, so those of you who would like to see this as well can also tune in into that at 5 p.m. April 29th. I think the 29th is 5 days from now, Friday or Saturday, one of them. Yes, guys, there's also this thing I must make mention of. There's a fundraiser for him on behalf of, you know, preparing for the funeral, and of course the contribution. If you want to make a contribution, that of course will be the link right there. You can type this into your phone, or you're on TV watching these videos, my reactions, you can definitely just type this into your phone and on your computer and make a contribution right there to alleviate the expenses on the family right there, just like that. Like that. Life is indeed like a vapor. A vapor, brothers and sisters. Of course, this is from the very thing I just shared there. Kerwan Antoine, age 30, passed away on April 20th. That's 4 days ago he passed away, brothers and sisters. 4 days ago he passed away in a fatal motorcycle accident. Kerwan came to the United States from his home in Dominica, in that true spirit, or in the true spirit of searching for the American dream or betterment for himself, and he arrived in the US on pretty much on a student visa and completed his bachelor's degree in computer science at Grambling State University. Of course, you know, there's a lot of Dominicans, from my understanding there, who also most likely knew him as well. From the Grambling State University, graduated with a bachelor's degree in computer science in Louisiana. While attending college, he joined AutoNation. That's what we're talking about right there. Join AutoNation. You'll also get to see this on the link if you go on the link as well. He joined AutoNation as a contractor, working as an associate IM admin, and later he was pretty much accepted. And later he accepted an associate position with AutoNation as an associate IM engineer. So he was pretty much an engineer right there, from my understanding of this. He loved motorcycle riding, definitely. He did this in the United States and in Dominica as well. English, soccer, English soccer, football, pretty much. And talking about his passion for software development. He genuinely cared about the people around him and was becoming a mentor to others joining the IM team or IAM team. He was particularly adept. He was a particularly adept associate at solving engineering problems. He was good in the mind. That's mathematics. He most likely was good in mathematics and calculation right there. So he was good in solving engineering problems, who quickly became one of the best IM administrators we have known. This is from the very place that he was working at, stating that very thing, who quickly became one of the best IM administrators we have known. So they're doing a fundraising for funeral expenses. I'm not really sure where they're gonna have the funeral itself, but as time goes by, guys, we'll get to know, as this is very sad indeed. I mean, come on, that is, boy. Anyways, guys, moving along right there. So apparently there was an accident. You remember where they were clearing the areas for the airport, brothers and sisters, where they're gonna be putting the concrete plant and what have you, brothers and sisters. Well, apparently an individual went over the road, and this is the vehicle that went over the cliff. Remember the little balusters that we saw the individuals painting? Well, apparently it was not fully completed, and as a result, maybe of, I don't know, lack of equipment or something, this individual went down from the road. No, thank God he was not hurt, from my understanding, or he wasn't hurt or badly injured. Yep, that's where he came down. And this was bright daylight, by the way. This looks like a, let me see. Okay, never mind. I thought it was something else. But it seems like it got hit from both the front and the back. So, guys, please be careful when you go in the Wesley region. You know, I think that's probably something that they should have done in the very beginning. You know, put the rails, you cut in the road, and then after you cut the road and everything like that, you cut the little part of the thing. Then you starting to put balusters and did not even complete. Not balusters, but a barricade. You did not even complete that, and then an incident. I'm not surprised that this has happened. I'm really not surprised that this has happened, but it happened. Airbags have been deployed. That's a good thing. Apparently this one didn't. Maybe this one. Anyways, not really sure what you're looking at. I don't think it's the car you should be looking at. I think you should be looking to prevent other people from falling over there. Don't you think so? I could be wrong in that matter, but I think that people should be up there putting them barricades. Don't you think so? I think so too. To prevent people from going over. But then again, even the barricades, it looks like they're just some blocks and some iron running through them. So even if somebody were to go for this thing, it's not like the block is cemented into the earth, from my understanding. Most likely if a vehicle is coming, it's gonna bounce the thing and go over. So yep, anyways, guys, it's gonna get worse. Okay, this happened. We actually passed there last night, brothers and sisters. in what is considered the Canefield area. I guess you can consider the Canefield area.
Why the man still on fire?
You'll see a better picture in this in a while, brothers and sisters. He caught on fire.
Big accident Canefield boy, what?
Yep. That's the vehicle right there. I'm not really sure, but it seems like this vehicle and another vehicle collided. When I passed, I saw some individuals outside this vehicle and I asked them, you know, and it seems like the individuals in that vehicle are okay. That's what I was told when I passed there. I didn't take any videos or anything like that because I knew I was going to get this anyway. Big up the Mr. X family one time. Plus, I didn't get to see all this fiery stuff. I only got, when I passed later on, I saw the police there. And I guess they were taking statements. But I think they should, well, I guess they call the fire truck to out this thing, because if you use water, sometimes water can escalate the fire, especially when it comes down to gasoline. Yeah, you don't out gasoline fire with water. Okay, guys, I'm just saying. Oh, there's another thing right there. Like I stated before, guys, it's gonna get worse. Gas go up, eh? The gas prices has gone up as a result of today, brothers and sisters. It went up to 1603. However, I believe diesel has gone down a bit, 1353. I think it was 13 something or 14 something. I could be wrong, but I think this one has gone down. However, gas prices has gone up. It has gone up in the air, brothers and sisters. And I think the reason for this, it's rather strange though, because when I'm looking at other countries, and this is where I take my thought process from. Other countries don't seem to have that high, that rising gas price, but it seems like in Dominica is the only one that seems to be having that problem, that issue. In other places, especially back in the day, brothers and sisters, not too long ago, we were talking about gas prices going down in other Caribbean islands while it was going up in Dominica. It's interesting how you look at these things, guys, because I'm thinking to myself, they're probably willfully doing this, and obviously as a result of maybe the expense that they have incurred on Dominica, the officials at the top who have you know, put extra expense on Dominica, then they have put the pricing or give it to the people to pay back by putting it in the gas prices. Just my thought process right there when it comes down to this thing, because I cannot understand how is other Caribbean islands similar to us under the same kind of system that we have. Gas prices are going down and stabilizing, but ours keep going up and down. And I think about last week or last month they stated gas prices went up again. It went up again this month. Why? The only thing I can think of, guys, is as a result of them putting expenses, or maybe for themselves they are incurring expenses on Dominican. As a result of that, they are putting the tab, they place the tab on the people through these things. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, because I cannot understand how we are 1603 in one of the poorest nations in the Caribbean, and we have one of the highest gas prices. Make it make sense to me. Grenada gas price is not that high. Antigua not that high. St. Kitts not that high. I mean, St. Lucia not that high. I don't know for Barbados, but I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, guys. Let me know your thoughts, man. Maybe it's just me. Let me know your thoughts right there in that regard, right there. Moving along, brothers and sisters. So this is the last video that I have, brothers and sisters. This was apparently in the Trafalgar region last night, and apparently I think an individual was riding a bike right there. I have to blur this out, brothers and sisters, because the guy, his foot is not on his foot, brothers and sisters. His foot is dangling. You see, he's gonna lift up his foot for him to watch his foot, and you can see dangling, brothers and sisters. It's dangling. You know, it's just hanging on by a thread. So that's why I had to blur this out, because I told you this is gonna get progressively worse. And I myself thought the guy was out cold, but the guy lifted up his foot for him to see what is happening with his foot, and realized that he cannot move his toes. He realized he cannot feel his ankles or the bottom part of his foot. So he had to see what was going on. Because I mean, I would be shocked. I would knock out. I would knock out if I see a piece of my foot hanging. I would knock out, brothers and sisters. And I don't want only to knock out. This is why it's blurred. So I had to put it like this, brothers and sisters. You know, His other foot seems to be okay, but the other foot from him, it seems like his right foot. Well, let's hope that they can save it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking of the medical, or Dominica's medical situation, man. And I'm thinking to myself, I know if he was overseas, most likely they'd be able to save his leg, put some rods inside there or something, or graft it properly and put back some meat, and then his nerves will eventually grow back in there. But I mean, this guy most likely is gonna lose his foot. Well, he lose it already, but I mean, let's hope for a miracle, brothers and sisters. Miracles tend to happen every day. I believe we can definitely hope and pray for a miracle right there. So we have to pray for this guy. We have to pray for these individuals involved in that situation right there. We have to pray for hopefully this guy, he's okay. We have plenty prayers to do, brothers and sisters. Consider this reaction a prayer meeting, brothers and sisters. So we have to pray. Yeah, man, we have to pray right there. Pray for the family and friends of this individual. Very sad situation. He made it. He got a job. He made it. And then a few months later, that was it. Pray that these individuals get found as well. But thank God for Mother Nature, man. There's more stuff I have to react to, brothers and sisters. I was going to do a second reaction video, but I say, you know what? Let me just leave that for tomorrow. I saw videos of Suki and a number of what? Man, I tell you. Oh my goodness gracious. Guys, tune in tomorrow for another reaction video. Definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification. When you click subscribe, click the bell and then click all, so you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there. And of course, guys, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that right there. That'll of course help the algorithm of YouTube to push your videos further and further. So with that said, right there, guys, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video, guys. Be real, be positive.